Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the WD Broadcasting Network. Here tonight with the Mid-South iRacing Tour once again at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Of course, Myrtle Beach Speedway no longer in operation in real life. Really sad to see it go. But luckily for us here tonight, we've got Myrtle Beach on the iRacing.com simulator. So we're going to see good field of super late models here tonight, going for 75 laps around the historic half-mile oval. Quick look at our top 10 right now. Carter Russo, the two-time champ, up at the top of the board. Right behind him, the number 57 machine of Jake Brooks. Mark Keeman Jr., last week's winner at Concord, in the third spot. Drew Chance in the EHP Racing number 12 in the fourth spot. Jimmy Gowker in the PWI Preferred Warranties number 2 in the fifth spot. Cooper Ward and Ethan Wolf, P6 and 7. Dalton Collins, the 95 in 8th. Nick Smith and the Co Motorsports number 28 of Colton Co rounding out the top 10. Good field of cars here tonight. A couple guys that we are used to seeing that are not here tonight. Mike Ashby, the points leader, as of right now, not making the call. About 5 minutes left to go in this practice session, not making the call tonight. Also, the winner of the first race at Five Flags a couple weeks ago, Michael Bumgarner. He's also not here tonight, so a couple guys going to be able to pick up some spots and points from people not being here. Go ahead and walk you guys through a couple of our pretty neat cameras we got here tonight. Here's our good old entry to turn 1 camera. A lot of restarts going to be happening here. Middle of the corner. One of my personal favorites, back stretch cam. Get everybody going full speed right at you. That camera down in turn 3 and 4, and on the exit of turn number 4. But one of my absolute favorites, the Brooks Motorsports digger camera down in turn number 1, right on the curbs. Myrtle Beach Speedway notorious for those turtle curbs that line the apron in turns 1 and 2. If you hit those, you definitely are going to be having a rough time coming out of the second corner. They definitely affect your race car quite a bit. On screen now, in the freshly painted Jegs number 51. From Osceola, Indiana, Zach Woods, making his 4th start this season in the 7th spot right now. Trying to pick it up just a little bit as we got a couple minutes left in the practice session. Folks, we remind you that if you like what you see, you're having a good time here at the WD Broadcasting Network, we encourage you to share the page and like whenever you can. Try to bring some more awareness to this great series put on by Kuko Motorsports and Brooks Motorsports. Those guys helping out quite a bit to get this league up and going. We have 21 cars making the call here tonight. Nice to see we got Jaden Russell in the chat cheering on his buddies at the P1 Performance Shop. Reminder, folks, if you're in the chat, we encourage you to have a good time. Give us your thoughts and opinions down there and cheer for your favorite driver. Never be afraid to throw your thoughts, comments, and concerns down in the chat. Heading down the back straightaway, the 2-time champion in this series, Carter Russo in the 21. Not had the start to the season as he would have hoped for as he goes around there. It slides it into victory lane. But Carter not having the start of the season that he probably would have hoped after winning the last 2 seasons, but this season has just not been the best for him, so hopefully he can turn that around tonight. You see he's already doing pretty good at the top of the board. Another guy that's doing pretty good this season, Mark Keeman Jr. in the MK Performance number 2. He picked up a victory last weekend last week at the Concord Speedway. So we can obviously expect for Keeman to be pretty strong here tonight. He's sitting in the 3rd spot right now. With a minute left in practice, it looks like he's going to stay there. Another guy we need to keep our eye on here tonight, Ryman Castle in the P1 Performance Castle Speed Shop number 1. Came in 2nd last week at the Concord Speedway. So we'll look for him to keep his momentum going up. Cooper Ward in the Signtech 99, another guy who's had a pretty interesting start to his season. We've seen him up front a couple of times, and we've seen him involved in some incidents other times. So Ward going to try tonight to turn his season around and potentially pick up a victory. As we wind down the end of practice here, we get ready for our qualifying session. Drivers going to have 2 laps to pick up the fastest time they can. 1 bonus point going to the fast qualifier here tonight, as well as another bonus point for the guys trying to do it from the back. The hard charger gets a bonus point, so if anybody comes from the back to the front, expect to see them shooting up a little bit in the point standings. The Mid-South iRacing Tour heading to the Myrtle Beach Speedway tonight for the 2nd time in history. Last time around, Mark Keatman Jr. last season picked up the victory. And now we head into qualifying. 21 cars. Everybody going to make the race here tonight. So a good field of super late models is going to be heading to the green flag. On the track first, the number 95 Chevrolet. Heading on to the racetrack right now. It's Dalton Collins in the grass down the back straightaway. Some interesting tactics here. Also on the racetrack, the last season's champion, MK Performance number 21, Carter Russo, shutting her down on lap number 1. Not quite happy with the handling of that machine. The Jegs number 51 popping out on the racetrack now. And up and out of the corner from Osceola, Indiana, it is Zach Woods. The number 51 machine heading into turn 1 and 2 on lap number 1. Just saw the green flag. And heading down the back straightaway at the top of the board right now is John Piet with an 18.78. And as I say that, Kenneth Kuko hops up top and Piet takes it right back. So a good battle for the top spot already in qualifying here tonight. Woods on lap number 1 goes to position number 3 with an 18.73. Dalton Collins going to the top of the board with an 18.67 on lap number 2. Carter Russo pops up with a 0.5. And Zach Woods' second lap time jumps up to third with a 18.68. Is on the racetrack now. The PWI Preferred Warranties P1 Performance R&B Car Company number 2, making his way down the back straightaway on lap number 1 and up and out of the corner. He's going to see the white flag, but out of North Liberty, Indiana, it is Jimmy Gauker. As Gauker blinks, he's back now. First lap time for Gauker. Didn't quite record a lap there. Might had some connection issues or hit the wall, something of that case. Technical difficulties, but on lap number 2, sliding high in the corner. In lap number 2 for Gauker, as he rolls around, is going to be a... Looks like it didn't record his time. Gauker not able to pick up a lap there. Might have some connection issues. And as I say that, Mark Keatman Jr. jumps up to the top of the board. Sorry, the second place spot on the board, trying to pick it up on lap number 2, rolling around the bottom side of turns 3 and 4, up and out of the corner. Mark Keatman Jr. goes a little bit slower, lap number 2. On the racetrack now, the EHP Racing number 12 collects the checkered flag. Drew Chance going to position number 10 on the board. Cooper Ward in the Signtech number 99. P number 3 on lap number 1. Is he going to be able to pick it up a little bit more on lap 2 as he comes up and off the corner? Lap number 2 for Ward. Going to slow down just a little bit, making his way onto the racetrack. The graphics by WD P1 Performance, Hathaway Cinematography number 9. Up and out of the corner, the Matawan, Michigan driver, it is number 9 of Alex Sexton. Sexton not recording a lap in practice, goes to P number 9 on lap number 1 with an 18.75. He's going to have to pick it up quite a bit if he wants a shot at that top spot. Rolling out of turn number 4, sliding across the line. Second lap time for Sexton. Going to pick it up just a tiny bit, moving to an 18.74, not enough to pick up a position. Alex Sexton setting P number 9 on the racetrack now. In Co-Heating and Air Conditioning, Co-Motorsports number 28 from Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's Colton Coe. Coe to 4th quick on lap number 1, rolling that bottom side, trying to pick it up a little bit more on lap number 2, and he's going to see the checkered flag out of turn number 4. The second lap time for Coe slows it down quite a bit. But on lap number 1, Coe going to 4th quick on the board. And as I say that, the driver of the number 112 has something to say about it. The Tri-State Disposal CDE Collisions number 112 from Crete, Illinois. It's Ethan Wolf on the speedway. Second lap time for Wolf, moving to the 3rd spot. I believe that's going to do it for Kuko eMotorsports qualifying here tonight. Carter Russo picking up. Let's see how many poles Carter Russo has. Don't know if it shows it on here. We'll go ahead and pull up my stat page. Carter Russo picking up his 8th pole of his Mid-South iRacing Tour career, so that's going to put him on the top spot. Another guy that has a lot of poles in the Mid-South iRacing Tour, rolling off to his outside, Mark Keatman Jr. in the MK Performance number 2. He's going to be a threat tonight. We saw him in victory lane last week at the Concord Speedway. Going to try and go back-to-back here tonight. 3 different races here this season and 3 different winners. So potentially going to see winner number 4 here in this 2022 fall season. Is on the screen now. You see your official grid here tonight for the Mid-South iRacing Tour race at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Carter Russo and Mark Keatman going to make up row number 1, the MK Performance duo. Ethan Wolf and Cooper Ward rolling off in row number 2. In the 5th spot from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Colton Coe. Dalton Collins to his outside in Chevrolet number 95. Zach Woods and John Piet make up row number 4. Rounding out the top 10, Kenneth Kuko and Ryman Castle in the P1 Performance number 1. In position number 11, Alex Sexton in the graphics by WD P1 Performance number 9 to his outside. Nick Smith in the 10 machine. Drew Chance in the EHP Racing number 12 rolling off 13th. His outside, the Gucci P1 Performance number 04 of David Lux. Chris Schaefer in the 18 machine rolling off in the 15th spot. Adam Roberson in the 28B, or R, sorry, rolling off position number 16, there we go. Jake Brooks and Mark Fuca going to roll off in the 9th row. Peyton Hamlet, Jimmy Gowker, Michael Stillwell, and Stephen Heights going to round out the field. As the pace car works its way around the Myrtle Beach Speedway, and we're going to see the green flag displayed next time by fans in the virtual stands. Make sure you put your picks down below in the chat. Who do you got to win here tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway as they make their way down the back straightaway? There is the field. 22 super late models here, set and ready to go at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Pace car drops to the bottom side of the racetrack and head down pit road. And out of turn number 4, Carter Russo slams on the gas pedal. Mark Keeman as well. We are racing at Myrtle Beach. The green flag is out. We are underway. The field heading down the back straightaway for the first time. Carter Russo to the early lead as they head into turns 3 and 4. For the first time here tonight, Mark Keeman slotting in line right behind him. Going to try and look to the inside out of turn number 4. No good. Leader of lap number 1, Carter Russo, the two-time champion here in the Mid-South iRacing Tour, leading the field down the back straightaway. So far, clean and green as we come to the completion of lap number 2. And so far, Keeman riding right behind Carter Russo in the number 21. Mark Keeman setting the fastest lap of the race last time around. So he's got the speed, but is he going to be able to get around the MK Performance teammate of Carter Russo? As you see him head through turns 1 and 2, a bit of a gap to the 4th spot. Cooper Ward starting to fall just a little bit off the lead trio. He's in the 4th spot, followed by the number 28 machine of Colton Coe. Everybody looking to be single file now as they head down the front straightaway. Still, Keeman chasing Carter Russo for that top spot. Right behind them, Ethan Wolf into CDE Collisions, number 112, trying to make an appearance here early on. Oh, contact! Carter Russo a little bit sideways out of turn number 4. That's going to let Mark Keeman slip to the bottom side. Here comes Mark Keeman Jr. dropping to the bottom side of the racetrack. Going to try and make a move down the back straightaway side by side. Russo lifting a little bit early with a shot of his own into turn number 3. Contact between the MK Performance teammates. And as I say that, Cooper Ward to the bottom side of Ethan Wolf. Wolf on the outside wall. Looks like he saves it, but he's going to lose 2, maybe 3 spots as he battles now with Dalton Collins for position number 5. A lot of action here already, and we aren't even 10 laps into this one. Mark Keeman taking the lead as of right now, but a lot of guys charging from far behind to go after that top spot. Dalton Collins, after starting in the 6th spot, gets around Ethan Wolf for position number 5. Colton Coe into the 4th spot. Cooper Ward up into the 3rd spot. Carter Russo coming back with another charge towards that lead. Gets into the back bumper of Keeman. Keeman up the racetrack, sliding together. Russo and Keeman door to door down the back straightaway. Russo dropping to the bottom side. And the caution flag flies out back. John Piet in the number 5 turned around the wrong way as they were going down the back straightaway. We will take a look at what happened with this WD Broadcasting Network replay, and we see he was battling with the number 12 machine of Drew Chance. So there it went. Looks like he went up the racetrack and made some contact with David Lux, and him and Nick Smith went going around. Looks like there wasn't too much damage on the number 5 machine, but definitely not the start that either of those guys wanted. And that puts us under caution here for the first time here tonight. It's back up front. Carter Russo taking the lead back with a bit of an aggressive move on the inside of Mark Keeman for that top spot. Keeman moving Russo up and out of the way, and Russo doing it right back. So the MK Performance drivers definitely going at it hard here early on in this one. Folks, if you're interested in following along with the Mid-South iRacing Tour, make sure you give them a like on Facebook, as well as the WD Broadcasting Network here every Wednesday night with some good old super late model action. Next week we head to the Southern National Motorsports Park, and after that it'll be the Graphics by WD 75 on September 14th. Definitely a couple races that you are not going to want to miss here. as we approach halfway in this season. As the field working their way out of turn number 4. We should be seeing the 1-to-go signal this time by from the iRacing.com pace car. Lights still on. Race control not quite ready to send the field back going. They all head around turn number 2. Good field of late models here tonight. As it'll be Russo and Keatman leading us to the green this time. I believe lights do go off on the iRacing.com pace car. And that's going to mean we are sending the field green next time by. As they head down the back straightaway for the final time under this caution period, we'll be coming to 14, lap number 15. It's going to be in the hands of Carter Russo and Mark Keatman. The pace car drops to the bottom side. Keatman trying to get a little bit of an edge, and Carter Russo goes. Keatman goes right with him. They are side by side at the line. Give the advantage to Carter Russo in turn number 1. As they head through the corner and down the back straightaway side by side for position number 3. Cooper Ward trying to take that spot from Ethan Wolf on the top side. Wolf hanging tough on the top side as of now. Give the spot to Ethan Wolf at the line that time. Dalton Collins trying to work his way into the top 5. Looking at the outside of Colton Coe. He's making it work so far under this green flag run. Give position number 5 to Dalton Collins up and out of turn number 4. Coe still hanging tough on the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to keep his nose underneath Collins' number 95. He backs out there, give the 5th spot to Dalton Collins. As they head into turns 1 and 2, look at the Brooks Motorsports digger camera. These guys are going for it all. 18 laps in of the 75, and these guys are already up and on the wheel. Russo and Keatman going at it once again for that top spot. Russo in front, Keatman in tow as they head into turns 1 and 2. Head down the back straightaway. Keatman right there on the back bumper of the MK Performance number 21. They roll right next to that inside wall. Up and out of turn number 4, lap number 20 now. As they head into turns 1 and 2, these guys going hard for the top spot. Keatman trying everything he can to get around Carter Russo's number 21. Just not able to make it happen so far. Jimmy Gauker on the bottom side trying to work to the inside and true chance for the 12th spot. Gauker with a bit of front end damage to the R&B car company number 2. And Chance is able to hold him off for now. We've seen a lot of guys tonight so far in this one be able to work that outside lane in order to get the spots, as Castle in the 1 looking to the inside of the Jegs number 51 of Zach Woods. He hits the inside curb. As they head out of turn number 4, all the P1 Performance guys. As I say that, Alex Sexton into the number 9 machine going around, as well as his P1 Performance teammate Jimmy Gauker. We'll take a look at what happened there. As they came into turns 3 and 4, David Lux behind him just clips the back end of Sexton, and around he goes. Jimmy Gauker getting hit from behind, as well as on the front end. Nowhere to go for the 28R of Adam Roberson. So a couple cars collected here. That puts us under the yellow flag for the second time here tonight. As up front, it is still Carter Russo. We are going to step away to temporarily, and we will be back in just a couple of moments. This will give everybody a chance to grab some popcorn because things are heating up here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at the WD Broadcasting Network, still under the caution flag. So far in this one, it's been a battle between the two MK Performance drivers, Mark Keatman and Carter Russo, for the top spot. We've seen a couple guys scuffling it out for positions 3, 4, 5, and 6. So far, nobody has been able to top the MK Performance drivers in the top 2 spots. As the pace car leading the field to the white flag. 1 lap to go until we send these guys green next time by. Let's take a look at them as they head by the Brooks Motorsports Digger camera down in turns 1 and 2. They make their way down the back straightaway for the final time under this caution period. Pace car drops to the bottom side of the racetrack. Russo and Keatman making their way through turns 3 and 4. Keatman peeking out just a little bit. Carter Russo going to step on the gas pedal. We far back racing here at Myrtle Beach. They make their way down into turn number 1. Everybody battling for every position that they can get. A little bit of contact made out of turn number 2 that time. Mark Keatman drops back a little bit, and that's going to allow Ethan Wolf to make a look at the back bumper of the MK Performance number 2. Keatman able to slip away for now. Here comes Dalton Collins in the Chevrolet number 95, trying to make a bid for the podium. As he gets around Cooper Ward in the Signtech 99. Here comes Colton Coe trying to follow suit on the bottom. As Collins trying to get to the back bumper of Ethan Wolf. Up front, Carter Russo still able to hang on from his MK Performance teammate Mark Keatman, as those guys nose to tail everybody single file now throughout the top 10. See them make their way into turn number 1. Ryman Castle battling with Drew Chance up top in the P1 Performance number 1. Chance on the bottom, Castle up top. Castle driving it in deep up top to try and get the spot from Chance. It looks like he's going to make it work out of turn number 4. Give the 10th spot to Ryman Castle. Castle not having as good of a night as he did last week at the Concord Speedway. We saw Ryman get the 2nd place spot last week. Not quite the same story here tonight. So we check in on our current hard charger, Peyton Hamlet, in the number 19 machine, coming all the way back from the 19th spot into the 9th spot. So 10 positions already for Peyton Hamlet. Is he going to be able to get any more? And Ryman Castle drops it to the bottom side, and the caution flag flies. Hamlet able to save it on top. But Castle making some contact, and around went the number 19 of Peyton Hamlet. Taking another look at what happened there from the Kuko E Motorsports blimp camera. As you see the field coming off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway Castle. This goes in a little bit too hot. I don't think Peyton Hamlet quite expected him to be down there. Contact was made, and around goes the number 19. He's going to be going to the back of the pack for this next restart. I'd like to make a few quick shout outs to a lot of people that make this whole thing happen here at the WD Broadcasting Network, as well as the Mid-South iRacing Tour. We'd love to thank Brooks Motorsports and Kuko E Motorsports for being the title sponsors for the Super Late Model division, as well as Graphics by WD for helping out with the overlays and such for the WD Broadcasting Network. Co-Heating and Air Conditioning, another good shout out from the WD Broadcasting Network, and as well as P1 Performance, helping everything get up and going, as well as giving me a lot of announcing practice. So a big shout out to those guys for encouraging me to keep going forward and getting me opportunities like this with the Mid-South iRacing Tour, with such great competition and great racing. Definitely a great series to be running, the Mid-South iRacing Tour on their 3rd full-time season here. So far, we've had 2 seasons, but 1 champion, and it's the man on the screen right now. Carter Russo has went back-to-back in the MK Performance number 21. But as I mentioned earlier, not having the start to season number 3 like he'd probably hoped. It looks like tonight he's trying to start turning that around. As the point standings sit right now, it looks like Mark Keatman would be going to the top of the board with his 2nd place spot right here, but Drew Chance also involved for that battle for the top spot in points as the pace car drops to the bottom side of the racetrack. The field makes their way through turns 3 and 4. Carter Russo and Mark Keatman going to lead us to the green flag. Russo goes, and there goes Mark Keatman. The green flag waves, and we are back racing once again. Keatman able to drop to the bottom side, going to have a shot at Carter Russo as they head down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Keatman looking to the back bumper. The caution flag flies. As the caution flag flies once again here tonight. So we'll take a look at what happened. It looks like out back, Christopher Schaefer in the number 18 machine going for the spin cycle up and out of turn number turn number 2. We'll take a look at what happened. It looks like just a tiny bit of contact between David Lux in the 04 and Schaefer in the number 18, and around goes the number 18 machine of Chris Schaefer. So that'll put us under yellow once again. Under yellow for the 4th time here tonight. Still up front, it is the number 21 machine of Carter Russo hanging on to the top spot. We saw Mark Keatman have a run to the lead and got around Russo, but Russo fighting right back and regaining control of the lead. As we stay under caution, We're just over halfway in this one. And folks, with what you've seen so far, who do you guys think is going to be at the top spot at the end of this race? For me right now, I'm saying that it's the MK Performance number 2 of Mark Keatman Jr. He's had quite a few good restarts and gotten right up to the back bumper of Carter Russo. Just hasn't had enough time to make the move. As we progress later in the race, we'll have a few green flag runs. I believe Mark Keatman's going to be able to get it done, get around his MK Performance teammate of Carter Russo. Pace car drops to the bottom side. Carter Russo going nice and early this time around. We are back racing here at Myrtle Beach once again. Keatman falling off quite a bit. Here comes Ethan Wolf looking at the bottom side of Dalton Collins as they head down the back straightaway side by side for the third spot. Collins trying to make it work on the top side. Colton Coe looking for somewhere to go in the co-heating and air conditioning number 28. So the number 112 of Ethan Wolf looks like he's got the advantage heading down the back straightaway, but here comes Dalton Collins fighting back up top. A little bit more contact made between the two of them. Move Ethan Wolf into the third spot. Collins still hanging tough up top. And as I say that, the caution flies once again. Alex Sexton with some more damage on the P1 Performance number 9. We'll take a look at what happened. So it looks like he was battling with the Edwards Racing setups number 12 of Drew Chance. They get down into the corner, and Sexton might have gotten in a little bit too hot. Might have had a netcode issue there between the two of them, and everybody checking up hard to avoid it. A couple cars making some contact, trying to avoid that one. But Alex Sexton with some more damage to the P1 Performance number 9. He's going to bring it down pit side and let the P1 Performance gang go to work on that machine. Last time we came here, Mark Keatman picked up the victory in the MK Performance number 2. He sits in the second spot right now. The last time we were here, Mark Keatman leading 42 laps of 75, so not quite the same story being rewritten here tonight, but he still sits in that second place spot. Carter Russo coming home third last season. As Russo and Keatman work their way down the back straightaway. This field following the iRacing.com pace car. Looks like we're going green this time by. The field starting to double up as they head through turns 1 and 2. We're going to be going green this time by as they head down the back straightaway. The pace car drops to the bottom side of the racetrack. It's in the hands of Carter Russo and Mark Keatman once again. Russo on the bottom, Keatman up top, and they get into the loud pedal. We are back racing once again. Russo able to get a bit of an advantage. They head into turn number 1. Here comes Keatman looking at the bottom side. Russo up top, and Collins going around Keatman as well. And Mark Keatman Jr. falling to the back of the pack. Carter Russo loses the lead back in the third position as the whole field involved in that one is everybody trying to check up to avoid him. So we'll take a look at what happened there. Mark Keatman got into the back of Carter Russo, and then it all went up in the air from there. We'll take a look with our friends in the Kuko Motorsports blimp here. You see Keatman making contact with that left rear, and he checks up to let Russo save it. Collins was right there. Collins going around in the 95, as well as Mark Keatman in the number 2. So a big time change in the way this one is going to pan out. Carter Russo in the 2nd spot. That's going to hand the lead over to the CDE Collisions number 112 of Ethan Wolf. So they work their way down the back straightaway. Everybody pretty spread out now, but Ethan Wolf into the number 112 gonna get the lead out of that one. That is gonna change everything. Mark Keatman going to fall all the way back to the 18th spot and go a lap down after that incident. Still got 14 cars on the lead lap. 3 cars right in front of the leader, so they're going to get the wave around when we get the 1 to go signal this time by. The white flag displayed for these guys. As I say that, the caution flag coming back out on the iRacing.com pace car. I do believe the race control is not quite ready to send the field back green flag racing just yet. It looks like everybody getting sorted out where they are supposed to be. And that's going to allow the iRacing.com pace car to shut those lights back off. We will be going back racing this time by. This time around, it's going to be in the hands of the number 112 of Ethan Wolf, with the previous leader, Carter Russo, to his outside. Wolf and Russo making their way through turns 3 and 4, and Ethan Wolf gets into the gas pedal, and we are iRacing here at Myrtle Beach. Colton Coe on the bottom in that Co-Heating and Air Conditioning number 28 in his first ever start in the Mid-South iRacing Tour, up into the 3rd spot. And as I say that, the caution flag flies. And Dalton Collins out back. Looks like he had some trouble in the number 95 machine. We'll take a look at what happened. And that's going to end the night for Dalton Collins, having some issues in the 95 machine. We'll take a look at what exactly happened. They went into turns 1 and 2. We see Collins looking to the inside lane, and David Lux getting into the number 10 machine. Both those cars sliding down on the racetrack, and Dalton Collins in the number 95 with just nowhere to go. And on that restart, Ethan Wolf able to hang on to the top spot. Colton Coe in the Co-Heating and Air number 28, moving into the 3rd spot. So a couple guys that we're not used to seeing up in the front, Ethan Wolf and Colton Coe, making their presence known here tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Lights still on the iRacing.com pace car. Means we're not quite ready to send them back green. As we approach the end of this race, we'd like to thank everybody down in the chat for participating in tonight's race, and as well as everybody in the virtual stands tuning in tonight for the 4th race of the Mid-South iRacing Tour season. Reminder that you can catch us back here on the WD Broadcasting Network next Wednesday night at the Southern National Motorsports Park for 75 laps of racing there. You won't want to miss it. Southern National, really good track for these super late models. Is still under the yellow flag condition here as we approach 10 laps to go and just a couple of laps. Things are going to start heating up as the lights fall off on the iRacing.com pace car. It drops to the bottom side of the racetrack, once again in the hands of Ethan Wolf and Carter Russo as they make their way through turns 3 and 4. And up and out of the corner, Ethan Wolf stepping on the gas pedal, and we are back racing once again. Here comes Carter Russo looking to the bottom side. Russo sliding down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Ethan Wolf trying to hang tough on the top side. They are dead even going down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Wolf still letting it eat up on top out of turn number 4. Dead even at the line. Give it to Ethan Wolf as they came around that time. Russo hanging tough on the bottom side, trying to make it work up on, or down on the bottom. Ethan Wolf right there, pinching him tight as they head through turns 3 and 4. 10 laps to go at the line, still side by side for that top spot. Colton Coe trying to make a bid for the top spot as they head down the back straightaway. Carter Russo able to get by, and here comes Colton Coe in the Coe Heating and Air number 28, trying to make something happen here. They come to 9 laps to go now. 9 laps to go for Carter Russo as they head through turns 1 and 2. Colton Coe right behind him. Ethan Wolf in the 3rd spot. But Russo back up front where he's been for the majority of this race. Going to have to hang on for 8 more laps. 8 laps to go at the line. So they head down the back straightaway, look at the views of everybody up in the stands. Sorry, the views of the backstretch as they roll around the camera there. Russo still hanging on so far. Colton Coe still right there on that back bumper. Almost contact made as they were going into turn number 1 that time. That 28 machine is fast. Colton Coe is trying to find somewhere to go with 7 laps to go. Coe still right there on the back bumper, and not enough time. Caution is out. We are going to have a close finish here at the end. 6 laps to go, and the caution flies once again. P1 performance number 1 of Ryman Castle off the pace just a little bit with some damage to the front end of the number 1. So we'll take a look at what exactly happened here as they entered turn number 1. As Castle gets into the corner, might have gotten tagged from the number 71 Kuko E Motorsports machine, Kenneth Kuko. That sent Castle around and up into the outside wall. Is back up front. Carter Russo getting the lead back under that last caution period, or that last green flag run. Colton Coe in the Coe Heating and Air number 28. Got up to the 2nd spot. We're going to have to see right here if he's going to have anything for the MK Performance number 21 of Carter Russo. As we have 4 laps to go, coming to 3 this time by. We'll have to see if the field is ready to go back racing. They head into turn number 1, and we are going to go green flag next time by. The lights off on the iRacing.com pace car. That means we are in store for a green, white, checkered finish. It'll be in the hands this time of Carter Russo in the number 21 and Colton Coe up top in the number 28 machine. The pace car dives to the bottom side of the racetrack, going green for hopefully the final time. Coe trying to get the advantage up top. field goes green. Russo to a big jump up or down on the bottom side. Colton Coe trying to slot in line right behind him. Carter Russo to the point, and we are back under yellow once again. We'll take a look at what happened here. Is out back. It looks like John Piet in the number 5 machine had some trouble as they came out of turn number 4 on the restart there. Looks like the 19 of Peyton Hamlet didn't quite go, and the 5 making contact with Ryman Castle. And then Kenneth Kuko, and around went John Piet in the number 5. Looks like he gets it back and underway. And that puts us under yellow once again here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. We'll have our second attempt at the green-white checkered finish. Under caution for the 9th time here tonight. And on that restart, Carter Russo able to hang on to the lead. In the second spot, Colton Coe in the Coe Heating and Air Conditioning number 28. Slotted in right behind Russo, but had quite a bit of a gap to the back bumper of the 21 machine. Cooper Ward able to get around Ethan Wolf for that 3rd spot. Zach Woods in the Jegs number 51 here tonight in the 5th spot. And to his outside is going to be Adam Roberson in the 28R. So as we roll down the back straightaway under caution once again, we'll be coming to our second attempt at the green-white checkered finish. Second attempt out of 3, so we're going to have one more chance if this one doesn't work. As the lights fall off on the iRacing.com pace car, that means we're going to be set and ready to go next time by Green Flag Racing for hopefully the final time here at Myrtle Beach. As the field makes their way into turns 3 and 4, Carter Russo and Colton Coe going to lead us to the green. Russo going nice and early. Colton Coe going to be right there behind him in the Coe Heating and Air Conditioning number 28. We are green with 2 laps to go here at Myrtle Beach. Russo out front with about 4 car length advantage. They head into turn number 3. Up and out of the corner. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go for Carter Russo. Russo heads into turn 1 and 2. The field passes by the Kuko Motorsports Digger camera. And into turn number 3, Carter Russo going to make his way up and out of the corner. Colton Coe tried everything he had, but just not quite enough. And Carter Russo is going to pick up the victory here tonight and take back his title for the most wins in Tour history. So Carter Russo picking up the victory. Colton Coe coming home second in his first ever start. And Ethan Wolf rounding out the top 3. Folks, we're going to step away for just a couple moments as we get set and ready for our post-race interviews. Prepare to wrap things up here tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Folks, we are back here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway on the WD Broadcasting Network, ready to wrap things up here tonight. In the broadcast booth with me right now, I have our third place finisher here tonight, Ethan Wolf. Ethan, we saw you in the top spot for a little bit there after that wreck out of turn number 2. Just didn't quite have enough to hang on to the spot over the 21 of Carter Russo. Give us your rundown of that race for you.
Chaos. I think that's the best way that can be described. Uh, I had the lead, and Carter did an amazing job, just crossed me over, and I tried to hang with him. I kept driving in too deep. I kept falling back. Um, and then the next restart, I spun the tires, and I thought I was screwed, and we got another yellow, and I was able to pinch the 99 off and try and go get second, but just not enough time to go get him.
Yeah, we saw the Tri-State Disposal number 112 had quite a bit of speed here tonight, just not quite enough to capture the top spot. But your first podium of the season here in the Mid-South iRacing Tour, how does that help you out going forward in the point standings?
In the points, I'm buried, so this probably helps me out a ton. I probably should have been here for Five Flags. Maybe not so much Hickory and probably Concord, and I've had all those taken away from me. And when I came across the start finish line, it just I started yelling just because I was so happy that I got that chip off my shoulder. Um, this group is tough, and I haven't been that good in the past couple seasons, and I put a lot of work into this off season, and the results are finally showing. So this feels great.
Yes, I'm sure a lot of hard work paying off does feel very good. It's definitely a big chip off of your shoulder to get that first podium spot out of the way here tonight. And we're going to go to Southern National next week. How do you feel going into that race?
Uh, Based off last season I qualified quick time. I led almost all the laps, and once again Carter got by me in the late race. I finished P2 last season, so I'm hoping I could step it up one better for next race.
Alrighty, well, congratulations, Ethan, on your third place finish here tonight. We'll see you next week at the Southern National Motorsports Park, and good luck going on there.
Yep, thank you.
Alrighty, that was Ethan Wolf, our third place finisher here tonight. Now we'll speak to our second place finisher, making his first ever start in the Mid-South iRacing Tour. It's Colton Coe up in the booth with me now. Colton, we saw you on the back bumper of Carter Russo late in the race, just not quite enough time to make the move and get into that top spot.
Yeah, if we didn't have so many yellows, like I probably could have made something happen. Felt like I had a really good car on the longer run. Like they would burn their stuff up early, and I was just kind of chilling for about the first 60, and I just found myself up in third, got past Ethan, and then just tried to go for Carter. I clipped the curb in the bottom of turn 2 on that last green flag, and kind of ruined my chances there. But for my first oval iRace in probably 3 to 4 months, I'll definitely take this.
Definitely a good race to come back to. Second place in a tough field of super late models at a pretty tough track. So congratulations on your second place spot here tonight. Anybody you got to thank that helped you out to get into that second place spot?
I'd like to thank you for streaming the race tonight. You do a great job every single week that I watch you. I'd like to thank P1 Performance for just letting me chill on their Discord while we're racing. I'd like to thank Co-Heating and Air Conditioning, Street Big Construction, Subways, and Panacea Powder Coats, and especially my dad for supplying me with iRacing and cheering me on from the basement, coaching me from the basement all the time. That's about it.
Alrighty, well, a lot of people helping you out. I'm sure that's going to put a lot of smiles on a lot of faces. So, second place here tonight for Colton Coe. Hopefully, we'll see you back next week at the Southern National Motorsports Park. But nonetheless, congratulations on your second place finish.
Thank you. Have a good night.
That was our second place finisher here tonight, Colton Coe, and now we will speak to our winner here tonight, the MK Performance number 21 of Carter Russo. Carter, last week we saw Mark Keatman tie you with the all-time wins in the super late model division, and tonight you took that right back and you got your 13th victory here in the Mid-South iRacing Tour. How does it feel?
Yeah, definitely feels great. Me and him had a great race. Beating and banging like that, it's a lot of fun. We're kind of yelling at each other and hating the moment, but it's just good hard racing. Hate, the last time we got together, he got arc break and taken out, but yeah, it's a lot of cautions there. I think the result would have been different. Burnt my tires up there. Colton definitely would have got by me. I just whenever trying to time the restarts right. Yeah, it's a great race. Fell in my hands. There's everything went my way tonight.
Yeah, we saw you qualify on the pole, and so far this season we've seen a lot of people qualify on the pole and do really good in the race. And I have to ask, how much does that early track position help you later in the race?
Yeah, it definitely helps a lot. 'Cause, you're out front. You can set the pace, and you're not thinking about trying to run in the guy in front of you. You're just I was up front most race, setting the pace, just trying not to burn up my stuff. I think I did a little bit trying to hold Mark off, but I think if I would have timed that restart right with Ethan, it would have been different. But I think he spun the tires a little bit. I was good, able to turn underneath him.
Yeah, well, we saw you grab the lead after that, and you never looked back, picking up your 13th victory here in the Mid-South iRacing Tour. I'm sure a lot of people helping out on that number 21 machine, so I'll allow you to thank anybody you got to thank before we wrap things up here.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd like to thank Mark Keegan Performance for letting me run under his name, AutoZone, J&T Towing, just everybody for letting me do what I love here. Wouldn't be here without him.
Alrighty, well, Carter, we've mentioned a couple times tonight we go to Southern National Motorsports Park next week. Uh, what are your thoughts on the track? Love it, hate it? What do you got?
I think maybe it's one of my best tracks other than South Boston. South Boston and Southern National are about the same distance apart from each other in real life, so don't have any laps around Southern National like I got around uh, South Boston in real life, but definitely been there a few times. Know the ins and outs of it pretty good, so I think every time we've been to Southern National in the Mid South Tour, I've been on top when it matters. So hopefully we can do that again.
Alrighty, well, congrats on your victory here tonight, and we wish you luck next week. And folks, that's going to wrap it up here tonight in the Mid-South iRacing Tour. Um, we thank everybody for tuning in, giving us your time of day. We'll see you guys back next week at the Southern National Motorsports Park at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope to see everybody there. And everybody have a good rest of your week. Remember to, if you liked the stream, give us a follow and share it around to anybody else that you think would like to see some iRacing action. That's going to wrap it up here tonight. And as always, y'all take it easy.